There are few creatures in Sea of Thieves rivaling the sheer power of the Megalodon, but even though it is unquestionably the biggest fish in the sea, fighting one of these things is rarely more than a minor inconvenience. Until today, because a new Megalodon has joined the party, and that one, my friends, does not take prisoners. It might not be as rare as the Shrouded Ghost, but one thing is for certain, it packs a lot more of a punch. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it!
You can only do one cannon at a time.
It sets things on fire?
Though before my friends and I were ready to take that beast on, we needed to prepare. That's right, Birdie, Brandon, and I have reunited on the seas in order to go shark hunting once more. But in order to find one of these new Megalodons, we needed to level up our new emissary flag. Said flag being, and I can't believe I'm saying this, of the Hunter's Call. You see, while ancient Megalodons do spawn anywhere on the map, the only way to find them is by having a rank 5 Hunter's Call emissary. And funnily enough, you can achieve that rank simply by cooking a lot of food. A very unconventional way of getting the job done, though birdies seem to be very keen to get more than just snake on the pan.
There's seagulls?
Yeah.
Hold up.
There's seagulls now.
Oh no, hold on, I need a gun.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I got you, Birdie.
What is wrong with you guys?
I hate seagulls.
Yeah, let's just say that not every new addition to the game was appreciated. Now, ignoring the fact that a bug had turned Brandon into a green skeleton, our plan was simple. Go from outpost to outpost and purchase enough raw food from the captaincy vendor to get to rank 5. Which I am certain would have worked flawlessly, but when a skelly sloop decided to pick a fight with us, we wouldn't say no to some additional free emissary value. We got rank 5 in absolutely no time flat, meaning technically we could go and hunt for an ancient Megalodon then and there, but as you might have gathered already, Birdie and Brandon have not sailed in quite a long time, so reason would suggest that they are probably pretty rusty. I think it will be a little safer to start hunting some smaller fish first, those that, you know, can't set your ship on fire.
This thing looks funky. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
I've never seen this kind of fish before.
Damn, that's like the Birdie of fish.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
dude.
thanks.
You don't just get to say that.
You can drop fish.
Oh,
in
you
the
can
deck
drop
now?
them? What?
Brandon, did you not see that you dropped your own fish here?
No, I thought it went into my inventory.
No, they don't do that anymore.
I was wondering where that went.
Obviously, fishing is not exactly great preparation for a hunt. It served more as a reintroduction to the Sea of Thieves and as a bit of a chance for them to warm up to a life of piracy once more. Though once you see how they handled the boar hunting voyage, you'll understand why I did not want to immediately get them into hot waters.
Ow! Guys,
You died to a boar!
it hits.
I rest my case. Obviously, I could stall all I wanted, but eventually we would have to grab the bull by its horns, or the Megalodon by its teeth, I suppose. Thankfully, Rare did give us a means to warm up to that fight, via means of a tracking voyage. What better way to prepare for a Megalodon hunt than by hunting a Megalodon? Granted, this was a bit more complicated than simply following a marker on the map. In order to find our target, we needed to use a magical spyglass. Said spyglass would reveal a track we could follow, at the end of which we should find our target. Just that said target was not too keen on being hunted.
I hear him. I don't see him. Oh my
well,
Jesus.
there he is!
Jeez.
Hello, sir.
From there on out, it was pretty much a bog standard Megalodon encounter. It would circle around us, try to get a bite out of our vessel, and ultimately eat a fistful of lead in the form of cannonballs. What is different is that this Meg decided to run away, meaning we had to use the spyglass once more to find its track again. Which, honestly, I just wish it Megalo didn't do that, because what it Megalo does is testing our patience.
Oh,
Coming.
no,
Please
not
hit,
again,
please
not
hit,
again,
please
not
hit,
again,
please hit, please
not
hit,
again,
please
not
hit.
again, not again. Why?
No! I'm off the ship, go luck! And that's just a regular Meg. The only saving grace was that we got to defeat it in absolutely cinematic fashion, with it taking its final breath right in front of our ship. Now that we defeated that Megalodon, we felt more than ready to take on the ancient variety, just that we wanted to hunt Redmaw specifically. Look, I've already fought the barnacle dread in a previous episode, which I'm going to link at the end of the video if you want to see. But rumor says that Redmaw is a lot more difficult to take out. So the boys and I decided to surfer hop via means of an Ashen Winds dive until we could find that Meg. Doing Ashen Winds just kind of felt appropriate considering our goal, and soon enough our target was within reach. But before we get to the Redmaw encounter, there's something I need to address. Out-of-story meta talk is usually something I try to avoid on the channel, but there has been a lot of chatter in the comment section speculating about the whereabouts of what used to be a weekly upload schedule. Please indulge me for a few minutes because this is very important to me. Rumors that I've quit playing the game or quit making videos are greatly exaggerated. The honest truth is that I want to make videos about things I like, and I want to work on projects that I find fun. Some of these projects take a really long time to make, like my second attempt at the hardcore record challenge, which I have been working on, just that I haven't had a run yet that I found was worthy of turning into a video. I am currently working on multiple Sea of Thieves projects simultaneously, but it is just me and my editor, meaning they take longer to get out of the door than I would like due to sheer size and complexity. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a hint of truth in what is being said in the comments. Sea of Thieves is in a difficult position. Not that the game is dying, because it's not, but the Rare does make decisions that leave me scratching my head. You have seasons like the current one, which in my opinion is an absolute banger, but they decide to drip feed it to us over the course of 3 months under the guise of game health. If you've been playing the game yourself, you know that it has been just as buggy and broken as it always has been, despite them making that decision. I don't want to sit here and make 5-minute videos once a month on every installment of a season. I want to cover it when the season is complete. And sometimes, like with the Hunter's Call update, there isn't as much to cover as I would like there to be. Fishing is old hat at this point, and them reworking how it functions is great, and I support it, but it isn't exactly ripe for content. Please understand that if I can't make a video that I am proud of, I'd rather not make a video at all. And I don't want to make a video pretending to be excited when I am not, which is why I always show you the fun parts of Sea of Thieves, but also the frustrating parts, and that is not going to change. I know that you guys want more videos and longer videos, and both of these things are feedback I take into consideration as I work on new projects, but that takes time, especially in the current situation that Sea of Thieves is in. All of that is to say, I have not quit the game. I definitely have not stopped making videos, and only because I don't cover a new update immediately does not mean I won't cover it at all. So until these new projects are finished, all I can ask of you is a little bit of patience. Okay? Alright, now back to the Redmaw encounter. Shoot it!
You can only do one cannon at a time.
It sets things on fire?
That, my friends, it did. Not only did that thing deal a ton of damage to our hull, but it also set us on fire. Thankfully, just like any other Megalodon, we could stop it from attacking by bonking it on the noggin, though that is easier said than done when we get attacked from behind when no cannon can reach it. We were trying our best to balance repairing, bucketing, and still damaging the beast, though truth be told, it was a difficult thing to balance. It was all hands on deck just to stay afloat, and for that, we would have to pay. What is it doing?
What is he doing?
What the?
He just exploded!
Excuse me?
He exploded!
Okay, it looks like it's doing more than what I thought. Speak of surprises, not only did that explosion deal a ton of damage to us, but it also blew off both of our masts, on top of multiple points of damage to our hull. Redmaw was truly in control of the situation now, because before we were even fully operational, he struck again.
I do think he's about to explode.
No shot again.
Yep.
What the? Oh my, that almost one-shot me.
That did one-shot me.
Oh, that's really bad. Well, there go our masts again. Is there anything we can do about that?
I don't know. I think maybe it happens when we don't attack him.
Let's come back, let's come back.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. No. No! Oh, he's coming again. I don't have an angle. Why?
Dude, this is abysmal. It was looking all sorts of terrible for us. Redmaw struck us relentlessly. Far from having a chance to fight back, it took all of our effort just to stay afloat. The only strategy we could come up with at that stage was to turtle up and hope its attacks would eventually push us out of range. If Redmaw functions like other Megalodons, it would not fight us near an island, and thankfully, that plan ended up bearing fruit. We finally had a chance to catch our breath and repair the ship, though there was a lingering feeling of dread, knowing that as soon as we engage it again, it would blow up once more since we neglected to attack it. But I do have to admit that this thing is not without a sense of humor.
No shot.
Please no, please!
No,
He's gonna blow up, he's gonna blow up, he's gonna blow up!
Under. Get
Don't
under.
get too close, run away!
Oh.
Huh? Oh, god damn it! I hate this thing! Yeah, we don't do that humor thing where I'm from. Thankfully, that was the reset point for us. Now that we knew what it does and how to deal with it, we managed to find a good balance of keeping ourselves afloat and fighting back, and eventually, with the power of sheer perseverance, we managed to come out on top. Redmaw was defeated and all of his treasure now belonged to us, but one question remains. What is going to happen to us? Like, us as a crew? Birdie, Brandon, and I have been ride or die for many years now, and if you enjoy our shenanigans as much as we do, you might like what you're about to hear next, because for all of you watching this video to the end, I got a special little announcement, a secret so to speak. The boys and I started a new channel, aptly named Cliff the Survival Guy. This channel is going to be our new home every time we are waiting for Rare to update Sea of Thieves. Not only can you find a supercut of the Island series, which used to be hosted here, you can also enjoy 3 brand new episodes with new ones coming every single week. Yes, actual weekly content is coming back. We've been working on this for a very long time, so what are you waiting for? Head on over to Cliff the Survival Guy and get binging. And if survival content is not your thing, I'll see you again next time right here with episode 2 of my Road to Pirate Legend anew. Until then, thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, peace. Hey, what's up? I found a keg.
Boom.
Hot potato.
A potato.
Don't throw it off to the side. Do not throw it.
Throw it off to
Brandon!
the side.
I'm tabbed out right now. Good luck.